Hello everybody! This video is provided by the Office for Refugees, Archdiocese of Toronto. In this video, we will show how to fill Schedule 2, Refugees Outside Canada, IMM 0008, Schedule 2. This form must be completed by the principal applicants, the spouse or common law partner, whether accompanying them to Canada or not, and their dependent children aged 18 years or older, whether accompanying them to Canada or not. General application information. Check the box to indicate if you are the principal applicant or a family member. Write your family name and given names. Important note. Please make sure that the names of the refugees are consistent across all forms, or else your application will be returned to you without being processed. Date of birth. Parts A and B, case narrative, immigration status, and settlement abilities. Read the questions carefully and provide as much information as possible. Providing precise information will make it easier for IRCC to process your application. Part A. Question 1. Please describe in as much detail as possible the specific events which led you to flee your home country. You should include any actions taken against you, your family members, or any others in a similar situation. Important note about the story. Your narrative should be personal. Danger and persecution have to be experienced by the refugees themselves. In the case of married applicants, the spouse of the principal applicant has to have his or her own story. Your narrative should be truthful and accurate. Your narrative should be as detailed as possible. Avoid general statements and events. Your narrative should follow chronological order of events. Your narrative should be supported by dates and facts. Your narrative should cover all reasons of fear and persecution that force refugees to flee their country of origin and seek asylum in another country. The fear of persecution should be for reasons of race, religion, nationality, political opinion, or membership in a particular social group. The Office for Refugees will provide a more detailed guide with regard to the narrative. Materials will be available on the website www.archtoronto.org/refugee. Question 2. Describe in chronological order when exactly you and your family members left your home and what route you took. Explain the mode of transportation taken and the types of vehicles or airlines used. B. Are you able to return to your home country? If not, why? C. Since arriving in your current country of residence, have you returned to your country of origin, even briefly? If yes, how many times and under what circumstances? Do you maintain property, a business, or are you currently employed in your country of origin? Question 3. A. In the country where you are living now, do you have the right to work, go to school, or move freely? Are you able to avail yourself of these rights? Are you residing in a refugee camp or in an urban area? Please explain. B. Since arriving in the country where you currently live, how have you supported yourself and, if applicable, your family? Part B. Immigration status and settlement abilities. Question 5. A. Have you ever previously applied for a settlement under Canada's Refugee and Humanitarian Resettlement Program? If yes, answer B and C below. B. When and where did you apply? What was the result? C. Have your circumstances changed since you applied previously? If so, please describe how. Question 6. Answer by yes or no on the following questions. If you answer yes to any of these questions, please provide an answer with as much detail as possible, including dates, places, and description of circumstances. A. Have you ever been refused refugee status by any country, including the country where you are living? B. Other than this application, do you currently have a refugee status application in process in any other country, including the country where you are living? C. Have you ever applied for refugee status with the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, or UNHCR, in any country? D. Do you currently have an application for immigration in process to any country? For example, family reunification. Question 7A. What is the immigration status of you and your family members in your current country of residence? For example, citizen, permanent resident, visitor, refugee, no legal status, or other. Please provide documentation as proof of this status if available. B. Do you speak, read, write, or understand English or French? C. Please indicate all languages that you're able to speak moderately well or better. D. Give examples of any work experience, skills, and personal qualities that would assist you in successfully settling in Canada. Part C. Additional family information. You must list all family members on this form even if they are not accompanying you to Canada, are deceased, presumed deceased, or their whereabouts are unknown. Important note. All names must be written in full and in both English and your native language. If your computer doesn't support the native language, names can be handwritten in your native script under your name in English. If the family member is deceased, type deceased in the present address and email address box. Question 8. Family information. Provide the following information for yourself, your spouse, if applicable, your mother, and your father. Enter their full name, relationship, date of birth, city or town and country of birth, marital status, present address, and email address. Question 9. Children. You must list the following information for all of your children. Enter their full name, their relationship to you, for example, daughter, son, stepdaughter, adopted son, date of birth, city or town and country of birth, marital status, present address, and email address. Question 10. Brothers and sisters. Provide the following information for all your brothers and sisters. Enter their full name, relationship to you, for example, sister, brother, stepsister, stepbrother, date of birth, city or town and country of birth, marital status, including common law relationships, present address, and email address. Important note. If the co-sponsor is one of your brothers and sisters, make sure their information matches the sponsorship undertaking form. Question 11. Relatives in Canada. Provide the following information for all relatives you have in Canada. Enter their full name, relationship to you, aunt, uncle, brother, sister, cousin, etc., telephone number, current city and province of residence, and email address. Important note: if the co-sponsor is one of your relatives in Canada, make sure their information matches the sponsorship undertaking form. Part D, Consent and Declaration. Read carefully. Question 13. If you answer yes to any of these questions, you would need to write the name of the individual or organization that helped you and the amount you paid. 14. Declaration of applicant. Read the declaration, sign, and date. If you do not sign, the application will be returned to you and will not be processed.